Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day outside as I'm looking out my window. Blue skies with wispy clouds. The wind is gentle enough that it is spinning that little spinner, my astro spinner, as well as it just feels really lovely at the moment. I think there's a prediction that it's going to be hot today. Let's see. Anyway, it's going to be a gorgeous day regardless of the weather because we're here with Spirit starting our day with the guidance from the cards. So, did I mention I'm Ros Bandy, Psychic Medium, bringing you the daily cards? Can't remember. That's how short my time span can be sometimes. Let's go over to the cards and we'll see what they have for us. So, welcome aboard to all of you who are watching live and in replay. So, here we are. Oh, excuse me. What we've got is it's not quite square, but that's all right. It'll do. At least everyone on Instagram should be able to see the three cards in the middle. Fairy Tale Lenormand is the deck that I'm using today, and it's the one that's got the artwork by Lisa Hunt, and Arwen Lynch is the person who wrote this deck. Beautiful artwork and lovely stories behind them as well, because it is based on fairy tales. And there, of course, is the guidebook that I will be using with this. So I'll keep that aside as I zoom in. And we have the cards being central to the space today. Let's have a look. I think I've got that about right, haven't I? There we go. So what we have is the clouds in the home space. As you can see, we've got the stork as that main theme for the day and the energy that we've got around the fullness of the day. And we have the moon in our workspace. So lovely energies here with the clouds and the moon, at least I feel so. Even though sometimes the cloud can be seen as a negative card, I don't see any of the cards as being the positive negative. It just has that influence of what we see on the card with it in relation to the other cards here. Now I know that with the stork being that central card, the theme for the day, it is about change, because it's what stork brings us, is change. I'm going to read from the guidebook, the little messages, because these are based on the fairy tales. I haven't memorized the book. I don't know some of the basis of how Arwen and Lisa have created these as fairy tale based. So I am going to read it. 17, the stork. And good morning to Michaela. Lovely to have you here. And good morning to Fiona. Lovely to have you here. And it looks like I didn't have something go through with my my own comment earlier. I put the psychic.online. Now I've just got to see that I've actually typed it right. The psychic.online. I was about to put the psycho.online. There we go. Now that should come up with the website in the comments there. Let's see. Yes, it did. Good morning to you, Shaz. Good morning. Full moon now? Yes, apparently it is. Now, I did have Fiona was the one I think who mentioned it yesterday. Or was it? No, it might have been Sandra. Anyway, it was mentioned yesterday that it's a full moon in something, of course. Naturally, it always is. So in something, the energies do just shift. They don't disappear. Okay, so with the stork, let's get back to this theme now that I've noticed the comments were rising to the studio. Stork is about pregnancy, change, delivery. So it's that type of thing. We sort of do get that image from where we have the stork carrying a baby in its sling. From cartoons a lot. I can remember that in the way back days when I was a child, and it was the stork that brought the babies. This was before I knew anything at all about the birds and the bees. So, but the symbolism is around that, so it must go back eons as well, as far as how the symbols of stork bringing, well, I presume it would be that the hatchlings, their eggs, to life as hatchlings and then fledglings. So, oh, excuse me, I have got a I hope you didn't pick that cough up too much. Yes, having the tails of storks around. The overall energy, yeah, in Taurus, that's what I was looking at as I had to cough. It shows it, yes, the full moon's in Taurus. Good morning, Sunny. Lovely to see you here too as well. And Fiona, good morning to you. You have brought us the numbers, and it's another one where we've got some multiples of the threes, the 9 number all together. That's lovely. Some completion with some of what we have in our day today. So, Stork. In The Tale of the Storks by Hans Christian Andersen, we learn how the stork first came to be a deliverer of babies. So maybe this is the origin of where the storks and babies came from. This is a story of revenge, but also of reward. So young boys tease the baby storks that grow up to deliver young siblings. The kind boy gets a live brother, while the mean boy is given, a dead one. It sounds gruesome, doesn't it? A lot of the fairy tales are, aren't they? When you see the stork, think about how you change your own world with love and kindness. So change is winging its way to your world when the stork spreads its wings in your layout. Often it represents someone who wants to be a parent. It can be news of a pregnancy or other major changes coming, so big changes coming. So examine the surrounding influences. So the influences that we have here is the clouds and the moon. So it's bringing in that gentle, nurturing energy from the moon, and the clouds being that has been what seemed to be stormy, moving into that sunshine and daylight that's going to be here from the clouds, shifting away and cleansing the airs around us, really, in many respects. So it offers change to your life. Just like the arrival of a child, you need to prepare yourself for what may soon to be on your doorstep. So this is a time to be aware, prepare for change. Notice the changes around you. Be the change that you need to be. Okay, so that is the stork energy that we're looking at now. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit so that we can see a little more the fullness of these 3 cards together. Okay, now the next one is clouds in our home space. So things at home could be feeling a little bit jumble-rumbled, stormy, but it is moving over. The keywords that are connected with this one, according to the book, is depression, confusion, sadness. But it's passing. That's the thing with clouds. They do not stay put. They pass. They're moving. They have movement. So this, with the fairy tale meaning here, is a young girl must go on a prince-finding journey in the Norwegian tale of East of the Sun, West of the Moon. In this beast of a tale, the young beauty goes off to live with a polar bear. She misses her family, so the bear allows her to go home with a warning that her mother will try to confuse her. He says if she lets her mother speak to her one-on-one that their happy life will come to a terrible end. Bit confusing, isn't it? Even with the warning, she succumbs to her mother. As he predicted, she lets the mother's words confuse her. Her actions bring bad luck to her and the bear prince. Eventually there is a happy ending. So this is a tale of sadness, but that transpires when confusion clouds your mind. This card highlights things that can go wrong probably, but where they are showing up, you should pay attention to the 2 sides of the clouds, because the dark is the negative, the light shines on what is the brighter path, and this is the brighter path of change. So we're knowing that whatever is feeling confusing, sad, depressing, or whatever that you might think of as being negative, look at the light that shines through that as the clouds move away and past, that you are going to be seeing that's the positive energy, the silver lining of every cloud, okay? And it is going to bring that positive change for you. And this being more specifically in the home space, okay? So now here we have the moon. Just got to see what the story is behind this one. And it's actually quite a nice little deck, isn't it? For fairy tales, even though that one was a bit gruesome, with the clouds. Fairy tales do have interesting ways of showing us, teaching us, don't they? Especially these older ones that are contained in this particular deck. That's what it's seeming like anyway. Now with the moon, we know that it goes through cycles. This is in our workspace. Work is always recycling through something or other. This is about recurring events, cycles, awards, public acclaim, because your light is shining in amongst the dark. Here is the moon spotlighting Cinderella's coach. So in the Little Slipper story, Cinderella has to be seen more than once by the prince to make a deep impression. When you see this card, remember that public acclaim may be close at hand. You are going to be seen and recognised today. Little Cinderella, you little Cinderella, you may be noticed. So of course she was noticed for her beauty. Your awards may come for other things. The moon shines on cycles as well. Stick to the plan to reap the applause. If you're looking at this card in terms of a business venture, this is the workspace, business space, then promotion is a necessity. So her fairy godmother had to dress Cinderella up so she would be noticed. Pay attention also to the things that happen more than once. This could be the moon pointing to something important that you need to know. So what lies near the moon may be things that deserve praise from you. Now in this we have the stork and the clouds. So we are needing to be noticed. Silly cards. They slip around on that velvet. Anyway, don't overlook the power of the moon in showing you where you can improve yourself so you can garner more attention. And that's potentially what we've got here in our workspace, our business space. If you're a solopreneur, you are going to begin to be noticed. Put that energy into organising and arranging things that bring out the best in you, in what your business represents, and how you work with your clients. If you are working for someone else, be the best that you can be in what you work at in your workspace, and you'll be noticed, and promotion is likely to be that result. If you want it, that there's also that need for you to be shining out your light as well in the best way possible. Okay, so we do have that is potentially bringing in, the focus on the negatives not good. Focus on the positives. Really see that sunshine and the silver lining on those clouds you might have in your home space. Don't let those drag you through your work in a similar sense of negativity. Bring the positives out. Shine your light. The change is happening. You need to be an instigator of that as much as it happening to you, for you. Be that change as well for how you want things to be in your life, the way that you want them. Bring that focus forward. Okay, so that's the summary, and thank you so much, Fiona, for those beautiful hearts and the assay. Thank you. It's beautiful to be able to use this technology. It's so much fun. I still enjoy it after however many years it is. I keep forgetting to count. I know it's over 6, but I don't know what it is. It's wonderful to see your gorgeous little avatars and the way you share the emojis and everything. It is community and family. So today, certainly you've got the happy sunshine. Is that the moon? You are happy. That's a nice one. I like that. Thank you. I'll be here tomorrow morning. I'm having a wonderful day, going to learn how to cook some Japanese dumplings very shortly. That's going to be the emphasis for my day. So I'm in a happy space because I don't normally cook, and it's just one that attracted my attention when it was on offer. So it's going to be a lovely time. I hope that you have such a lovely time as well, and so timely from Nasanya. That's wonderful, isn't it? I like how the cards give us exactly what we need every morning. And from Fiona, thank you, girlie. Have a wonderful day. Namaste to everyone, and all those wonderful emoji blessings. Thank you, each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day today. Really enjoy. Notice the changes around you and be part of that change. Don't let it happen to you. We have our choices to put our focus on where it needs to be as well. Be the best you. See you tomorrow. Namaste.